Today, we're going to talk about the cell. What do you think of when you hear the word cell? What about organelles? In order to make things easy, we identified a real-life attraction that is comparable to the cell.
To give you a little background, an organelle is a subcellular structure that has specific jobs to perform in the cell, similar to the apparatuses in the mill. So get ready to immerse yourself in discovering cell parts and their functions as we tour around the cell counterpart, the rice mill.
Here is the exterior of the rice mill. This can be comparable to the cell membrane, which provides some structural support to the cell. It separates the interior of the cell from the outside environment. It's also semi-permeable, which means that it only allows certain materials to leave and enter. By doing so, it allows the cell to maintain homeostasis.
This is the floor area where all the milling equipment is stored. Similar to how the cytoplasm, a jelly-like substance enclosed by the cell membrane, houses the cell organelles. It fills up the shape of the cell, thus enabling the organelles to remain in their position.
This is the operator of the rice mill. He acts like the nucleus of the cell. He oversees everything that happens during the whole milling process. Similarly, the job of the nucleus is to control and direct all the activities of the cell. Aside from that, the nucleus also houses the hereditary material of the cell, the DNA.
This is the end product of the milling process, rice. It can be compared to proteins. While rice is the product being made in the mill, the proteins are the organic compounds being synthesized in a cell.
Here we have the milling apparatuses. These are the tools that perform milling operations. They husk rice paddy to produce the actual rice. They can be compared to the rough endoplasmic reticulum, which synthesizes protein.
Over by that side, the elevators are located. They transport the milled rice throughout the different levels of the building. They can be compared to the smooth endoplasmic reticulum, which is a structure of passageways that carry the proteins throughout the cytoplasm. It also synthesizes lipids and steroids and is responsible for detoxifying the cell.
This is the technologized milling apparatus. It enhances the quality of the milled rice just like how the Golgi body modifies the synthesized proteins and prepares them for export. It also sorts and determines where to send the molecules that it receives, either to the cytosol, cell membrane, lysosome, or outside of the cell.
Here we have the blower. It takes away milling wastes like rice husk and bran. It operates the same way as lysosomes, which removes dead cell parts and unwanted materials from the cell. Lysosomes are full of enzymes that break down cellular waste products into simple compounds, which are then transferred to the cytoplasm as new cell-building materials.
The rice mill cannot function without electricity, just like how a cell can't run without energy. The transformers take part in powering the entire rice mill, similar to how the mitochondria, the cell's powerhouse, produces ATP in a process called cellular respiration that provide energy for the cell's activities.
What you just saw are the different facets involved in the milling process and how the rice mill is analogous to a cell. It helps us gain a better understanding of each individual function of the organelles by comparing them to the parts of the rice mill.
Each component of a rice mill plays a key role that are individually and collaboratively important in the whole milling procedure, similar to how each organelle of a cell makes up the whole cell structure.
And that's the end of our tour. Thank you for traveling with us.